A person is something that is developed over a long period of time. You've been a resident of Meru for how many years?
For 50 years.
50 years. These things that the governor is accused of, your governor was a former women rep of Meru. Would you say that when the people of Meru went to the ballot on the 9th to make her governor, they knew who she was?
Perfectly no.
Yeah?
Perfectly no. You can't know someone perfectly. They had a view of what type of a person she is. She's a politician.
In her time as your women rep, was she ever accused of the sort of disrespect, humiliation of leaders, and all these other things? Did these matters ever come up during her time as women rep of Meru?
In matters of political exchange, there was always a lot of discomfort between her and other leaders. She has this Baita TV where she really does presentations of things, and it vilifies other people.
So this, even if they were true, these are not new things that the governor has developed in her character. This is who the people of Meru elected. They knew when they went to the ballot that this is who Kawira Mwangaza is, and they voted for her as governor.
Yes, and if she is that person...
just answer. They knew her. These are not new developments about her. She has not acquired any new traits.
Well, after she is a governor, the strain has become more.
I thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Further, I will take you to page 19 of your affidavit, paragraph 21 and 22, where you've stated that the allegations of grabbing public land are false, since the land was allocated to the Catholic Church by the defunct county council. On paragraph 22, you've said that the Catholic Church is a bona fide and legal landowner. How do you want us to take this part of the affidavit? Do you want us to expand it in your own statement or to still leave it here? Because you said you've not come here to prove or disapprove the land ownership. So please tell us for the purpose of the answer and clear.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I go back to something I said before, going by the Trusts Act, while I am not the competent authority to do, but going by the Trust Act, occupation of land, use of that land, the Act provides, while the registration, and this is not the only land, there are quite many pieces of land that will be under the Meru County government, county council, but is used by a different user. So there are many lands. So it is on
Chair,
that basis I mentioned
case,
that.
Chair, on paragraph 21, if the land was allocated to the Catholic Church, can you prove through any form of documentation that this land belongs to the Catholic Church?
I do not have a document for that.
Bishop, priest, let me refer to your... Oh. Can you hear me? Reverend, and Father Elias Kinoti, right? Is
Sure.
that a good address?
Yes.
Of course, I'm cautious that you've been running away from your affidavit, but it is my only point of reference, Chair, if you allow me. In your affidavit, and on page 15, paragraph 5, given my position as a Catholic priest and a member of the board, I have personal knowledge of the following allegations. Personal knowledge, underline, as set in the impeachment motion. The allegation relating to the appointment of the governor's husband to the non-existence position of patron, Meru Youth Service. This is an issue that has been coming out a lot. Are you familiar with the term First Lady in the county governance structures?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Could you tell this committee what you perceive as the role of First Ladies with regards to effectiveness of running a county?
First ladies or first gentlemen play the role of supporting whoever is the governor, and they can pick an item where they can do a corporate social responsibility, and it is done not within the processes of law unless the position they are given is advertised or they go through the county public service. So mostly it is more of corporate social responsibility action.
So two things very quickly. First of all, you admit, without my asking, that there is a role for First Ladies that is akin to the roles of First Gentlemen.
Yes.
And you further say they can pick on a role that is supportive, that is non-existent in the structures of county governance.
Yes,
the roles that you've talked about, are they existent in the structures of county governance by law?
They are not.
But they can do it.
They can do something that is, empowers the citizens. And
in your affidavit, you say that you have a problem with the First Gentleman of Meru, under the paragraph I just read, of taking a non-existent role.
Yeah, in the structure and management of MIS, it's not there.
As a patron?
It is not there.
Okay. I rest my case, Chair.
Yes, Kamau.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, Article 10 of the Constitution, Article 10, Part 2, on national values and principle of governance include patriotism, national unity, sharing and devolution of power, the rule of law, democracy, and participation of the people. In your own opinion, do you think impeaching a governor who is 103 months in office as going contrary to the principle of patriotism? Do you understand? Do you think, in your own opinion, that impeaching a governor who is 103 months in office as going against the principle of patriotism?
Your Honor, I would like to answer that by saying that there is no long or short time to be patriotic. Patriotism can mean ending something that would be as red flags that could send citizens or send a nation into conflict or something of that kind. And what I personally have seen the governor do, creating groups that are antagonistic, vilifying people, that's not patriotism. And if these red flags are right, I remember the council started by giving us an example of what happened in Europe. Probably we are saying, let's wait and see. Is patriotism, is there a time when patriotism of wait and see could actually be dangerous? Is there a time that wait and see could be actually give a room for someone to improve? So that's something that I would rather leave to the honorable members of this committee. But from where I sit and what I have seen red flags. And I'm asking myself what would be happen if this goes on for 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. And from my point of view, patriotism would be cutting a bud before it grows into a big tree, before we have a South Sudan, before we have a Meru that is fighting Catholics versus Protestants like Ireland, where we have MCAs vilified and they no longer feel comfortable to work among the people. So patriotism means the wisdom to read, this is going the wrong direction and it needs to be ended when it is the right time. It means reading, this is going to change and we give a time, and that's not my take. I'll leave it that to this August meeting committee.
Very well. Council, if you, I'm not inviting you to address, I just want to make a communication to you. If you look at volume 5 of your documents, page 19,